Hello, today I'm going to be just showing you a quick guide on how to maximize your points on a solo Tempeross fight. It's recommended that you bring the supplies with you. Go fill up your buckets at the water pump. And we're just going to wait until the ship sails off. The first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is you want to get to the first fishing spot you can as soon as possible. Alright, and here we go. So you're going to want to sit here. You're going to want to get 8 fish exactly. And then we're going to head straight over and cook them as soon as we can. The reason for this is that the double fishing spot will come up by the time we have 8 fish cooked. So now the storm intensity is rising, and here's our fishing spot over here. At about 15%, a storm is going to hit, so you're going to want to tether up to the nearest pole. What we're looking to get here is we're looking to get 17 fish into the cannon to start. I'm going to go over here, cook the fish. Okay, so we have our 17 cooked that we're going to load into the cannon. This fire right here behind us, you can wait a little bit to put that out. It takes a little bit of time for the fire to spread, so you don't have to worry about it right away, but you do want to take care of it though. Alright, so there we go. So the reason for putting 17 fish into the cannon is that you drop Tempeross's energy by... well, you drop it all the way down to 4% there, and what that actually does is his storms and the fires will not show up at all. So as long as you keep them below 10% or exactly at 10%, which if we would have loaded just 16 cooked fish into the cannon, it would have brought him to 10%, which would have been just fine, but it's easier to just go with 17. This run was a little bit sloppy, as you'll see later on. Just made a few little mistakes, but managed to keep him at the 10% mark. You're always going to want to get to these double spots whenever they come up. You want to try and go in between cooking when there's not a double spot and then immediately go to those double spots when we can get it. You'll see right now too that the storm intensity is rising, and you do not want that to get above 93% while you're using this method, because you can actually fail if you go any further beyond 93. So right here, I usually wait until about 90, 92. I never usually wait until it gets to 93. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and shoot that last one. We're going to go back here and continue to cook. And what you would normally do in Tempeross is you would go and try and bring his essence down a little bit. We're gonna have plenty of time to do that throughout each of these phases. Cook those. I'm gonna bring them down a little bit here for the first phase. As you can see, the rest of the map is completely on fire, but that doesn't matter because nobody's going to be over there. Alright, so that phase is over. So we're running up here to load the fish into the cannon to bring him down to, which I mistakenly, I think I put 16 in here, which is okay. It's still gonna stop the storms from happening. Once you do get him down to a certain point, and you just follow this method. Oh no, we actually did get him to 4%. But so what we're going to do right now is I'm gonna go back here, we're gonna start fishing some more, and we're not gonna have to worry about the storms, we're not gonna have to worry about the fires at all, since we have them at 4%. We're not gonna have to deal with any of that, so you can just continue to fish and cook more of the fish. Alright, so we have a full inventory here. And since the storms won't come, you can see I've dropped my buckets and everything earlier, so as we can just have more space in the inventory. You're not going to need the buckets because there isn't going to be any fires except for the ones that are all over there. And you're not going to need the tether because you won't get hit with a storm at this point. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna load in actually the 18th fish. I could have loaded in I think one more fish, I'm not quite sure. But either way, we're gonna go back here. We're going to bring down his essence a little bit more. And then we're going to go straight back to getting some more fish and cooking them. See, the cannon just starts firing. We already had it preloaded. So yeah, we dropped them down to 10%. So I could have threw an extra fish in back there. Doesn't really matter though. Could have threw in 19 fish, but it's fine. 10% is still gonna get you what you want. As far as he's not going to have his normal phases. At 10% or 4%, he stops doing the storms, and you can just continue to catch and cook your fish here. So what we do here quick, this is to maximize the amount of points that you're going to get in a round. We run up and we drop some fish here, and not all of them, I guess, but you go up, you drop a few cooked fish, go back, fish some more. There's our double spot. fill up the inventory. We'll go back over here and cook. And again, while you're doing this, just make sure that when the storm intensity starts building, that you want to be careful. It's around the 90% mark. 93 is the max. I won't even wait until about like 93 if I do mess up. You will wipe if you don't get the fish loaded in fast enough, and all this time would have been for nothing. What we're doing here is we're going up. What we just did is we dropped more cooked fish, and we picked up the other batch that we dropped. Just dropped them again, just to make sure that the timer doesn't run out on them. If you leave them on the ground for too long, they're going to despawn. I'm gonna go back here, just cook some more, fish some more, and then we're going to cook a bit more of the fish. Kind of screwed up there, didn't really know what I was doing. Because I noticed that the storm intensity was getting up there a bit, and I wouldn't have had enough time to get back to the cannon, at least with most of the fish on our inventory cooked. Alright, so right there I'm coming back up at 90%. We're going to start loading this first cannon. So he's going to go down. We don't have to hit him right now. We can just keep loading. Because what's going to happen is we're going to actually just skip this part of the fight. We're just going to keep loading. This is going to get you as many points as you possibly could get. So we load that first cannon. We pick up the first batch of fish. We start loading up the second cannon. The reason for doing this is that if you get to this point and you do not load up the second cannon with at least 6 fish on a run, you're going to wipe the run. What happens is one cannon won't be enough, and you'll see very shortly how fast the storm intensity climbs. If you're only shooting them with one cannon, you're going to wipe. So you need at least 6 fish in one other cannon. We can continue to load up here, and then this just about wraps it up. You go down, finish off Tempeross. Just do a spec there, because why not? And that is it. You can see we got 11 permits from one run. And that's pretty much the end of this guide. It's pretty easy. You can do it the same way without dropping the fish. You're gonna get less points, but that doesn't really matter. If you're going for more points, then you can just do this and do the dropping. It's not needed though. Thank you, and that is all.